Okay, this video I'm going to be looking at the Virtua Striker 2 version 99 kit. This is actually kind of a curiosity from Sega here. It was of course the Virtua Striker 2 released in kit form for JAMA cabinets. Now this is kind of strange because it's obviously, the Model 3 board requires a different power supply than you see in most JAMA cabinets, and also it requires a medium resolution monitor. So it's not like this was applicable for too many operators, I would imagine. I can't imagine that this was a kit that was seen too frequently, simply because of the aforementioned reasons and the fact that soccer is really not that big of a sport in the U.S. And this was a U.S. kit. The printing for this, I don't know if that's going to focus on that, but it was done in California. The kit is in English, and it was released in the U.S. in some shape or form. And basically, what the kit came with was your Model 3 board and an official Sega Model 3 to JAMA harness. And here is the actual JAMA connector, and as you can see, it's got all the connections to go into the Model 3 filter board. This Virtua Striker actually has the most basic of filter boards that you can get for the Model 3. There are no optical outs here. There are no analog inputs. It's just pretty bare bones filter board that mainly was seen use with the stick games like Virtua Fighters and of course the other Striker games. But interestingly enough, this harness is actually kind of nice. It's labeled very clearly. Each of these little tags tells what connector on the board, on the filter board, that it goes to, and then of course it's labeled on the filter board itself. Kind of idiot-proof for operators, I guess, that wanted to upgrade their cabinet to Virtua Striker to get that big, those big soccer fans in the U.S. get those quarters coming in. It's kind of a neat kit. It came with actually the manual. Gives a very nice readout, pinout of the Model 3 board and the JAMA, of course. And on the contents list, apparently it came with a little amp and even some gold box speakers, which are the speakers used in the seats of the sit-down racers. So I thought that was kind of interesting that it came with those, and it came with a full art kit and even a power supply. And if you look over here on the harness itself, the ends are terminated for a power supply that was shipped with the kit. It just was your standard Model 3 power supply, kind of big and bulky, but very interesting. Like I said, I can't imagine that this kit was sold in any great numbers by Sega here in the U.S. Overseas, it probably was kind of popular. There's just not a lot of cabinets that this kit would go directly into. Maybe if you had one of the earlier Virtua Strikers, you could have popped this in. Like the other cabinet, I have a Virtua Striker, just the version that was on 1.5. This would have been a good upgrade for that if the game was earning. But again, probably not a lot of appeal in the U.S., but a very interesting kind of curio anyway. So anyway, I just want to give a overview of this kit because it's probably fairly rare. I would imagine any of these that didn't get sold that Sega put together, the boards probably were harvest for other projects, maybe converted to Daytonas or Sega Rallies or something, which is probably the fate of this board anyway. But here it is in its kit form, still a Virtua Striker 99 for the time being. Thanks for watching.